Hello everyone. I welcome you all to ATM Creations. Let's begin with today's challenge now. Today's topic is also related to gratitude only. Now, I will be talking a little bit more about gratitude because that's how I followed. There are a lot of situations in which we as human beings tend to be negative. And what we need to understand is you thinking about something negative is not a crime. That's human nature. But what we also have to understand is being negative for a long time is not going to help you at all. So you definitely have to change yourself to being positive. We all, family of four, we applied for passport. Initially, only me and my husband had passport, and we want to apply for kids also. So we applied. And when we went to passport office, we know it's going to be crowded. We have to wait for a long time. We knew all that before, but kids did not know. They thought, they give an appointment and you go at that time. You are going to have a red carpet or something. That's what their thought was. So what happened was, for me and my husband, it became easier for renewals, and for my children, it became little difficult because they wanted some kind of a document from school as a proof. So we had to shuttle multiple times to passport office to submit all the proofs and then take passport. So in the meanwhile, once we had been to passport office, came back home, and there were a whole lot of complaints from my kids. Oh, this office is like that, it is not good. And then they were like, oh, this office is very, very crowded, and the people there, they don't respect us as even human beings. you know why can't they make it online most of the process so that we don't have to go to office? And then I told my kids, no, no, both of you need to stop this for a while. They were trying to defend themselves. No, no, man, this office was crowded. I said, yes, office was crowded. Of course, yes, those employees can definitely treat people better. All that is true. But you both need to stop complaining for a while and listen to what I'm saying. There was no other option but to stop. They stopped. And then I said, Krishna and Sriram, both of you listen. Now, if you want to visit the country of your choice, do you need passport or you don't need passport? Yes, ma, we need passport. So why can't you be grateful to this system that is available in our country that gives you something which enables you to fly abroad and then visit places? Why can't you be grateful for that first? And then I asked him, what if there is no such passport offices are in Bangalore? There are multiple passport offices, okay? What if the passport office was 30, 40 kilometers away from your home? Will that be okay to you? And then both of them will, oh no, no, ma, this is already a trouble, and 30, 40 kilometers, no, no, not possible. And the passport office, which we went, is only 7 kilometers away from home, not too far. And then I asked them, of course, yes, those people can treat you better, can talk to you little politely, all that is fine. But did you imagine what could be going on in their lives too? There is a set of process that these people are supposed to follow, they cannot deviate. And one person cannot handle all the process. So for every single process, there is a separate counter, which is ideal. That's how it needs to happen. And then I told them, imagine kids, on the day that you are given an appointment and you go to passport office, and a person who normally handles a particular process fell sick and he couldn't make it to office and he's on leave. Now, in that case, there should be someone who should be sharing the load of the person who is unwell. The process need to happen. Imagine every single day there are 1,000 people who drop in. One person, every single person who's handling a process need to handle 1,000 people. And there is this one person on leave. And that particular workload is shared among three other people. So instead of handling 1,000, now they need to handle anywhere between 1,300 to 1,350. Isn't that a substantial increase in workload for them? When my kids were like, yes, ma, it is. The day you both went for the second round for submitting the documents which you have gotten from your school, that's exactly what happened. And people in the passport office were trying to do their best to manage everything. And here you are complaining about them. So instead of feeling overwhelmed about the crowd, instead of feeling overwhelmed about huge waiting time at the passport office, why don't you feel grateful to the system that you have in your country, in our city, as close as possible to your home? A system that enables you to go abroad and see places. Why don't you be grateful for it? And then they were like, ah, you're right. We will follow it as much as possible from now on. I said, that's good. That's how you need to be. This is just one such example, you know. Anyway, they were kids, and now as they grew up, they understood whenever they feel overwhelmed, they are supposed to feel grateful in that situation too. Because when feeling overwhelmed is normal, but feeling negative about it is not going to help you in any way to get out of that overwhelming feeling. So, under any situation, all you need to do is figure out what is good in that. Sometimes you may have to put in a little hard work to find out, but it's going to be totally worth it. Do it. And if you have to go for a shopping, let's say, what would you say about your shopping? Let's say you want to do grocery shopping in a particular supermarket, and that supermarket is very famous, so it tends to be always crowded. You know it is going to be crowded, but you also know the quality of the grocery items that is available in that shop, so you prefer to go to that shop only for buying your groceries. Okay, so in this situation, if you have to go for a grocery shopping, what would we normally say? Oh my god, I have to go and do the grocery shopping in that shop and stand in that long queue. And sometimes their system failed too. And in that case, they wouldn't accept a UPI payment. I have to pay cash or card. So, what if? Okay, and let's see what disaster is going to happen today. Is that what you will think about grocery shopping in that supermarket? If yes, that's absolutely normal. I'm not saying that's abnormal. But what I'm also saying is, why don't you feel the gratitude that you have money to buy groceries? You have an amazing supermarket which makes available the things that you specifically want. And why don't you feel the gratitude for the quality of the grocery items that are available in that particular supermarket? And if the supermarket is quite nearby, you can also feel gratitude that the distance between the supermarket and your home is not that far, it is near. So, for all of us, it's quite easy to feel annoyed whenever we also feel overwhelmed. So, whenever it is just a matter of decision, okay? And I want all of you who are listening to this to decide today, right now, at the moment of you listening to this, you decide to challenge yourself to flip your perspective in these stressful moments, that you will not feel overwhelmed, but you use a simple tool called reframing. Instead of saying, oh my god, this supermarket is going to be crowded, I have to wait for long. Instead of it, you can say, thank you, God, there is a supermarket very close to home and it provides me with quality grocery items. And I do have money to buy groceries, and it is easy for me to go to this particular supermarket from home. It's not too far, and all the items that I need for my home is all in one shop, so I don't have to shuttle between multiple shops. This is exactly what I call as reframing. Reframe your thoughts, and when you consciously reframe your thoughts, trust me, you're going to instantly feel better. But it must be a conscious decision and a genuine feeling of gratitude towards whatever you're doing. One of my friend gave me an example of how she applies this reframing technique to feel gratitude instead of feeling overwhelmed. It seems she used to receive whole lot of emails from her clients which need her personal response. So before reframing, she used to say, "Oh my God, hell a lot of emails. I don't know how am I going to respond to all these. Why in this world people are disturbing me through emails every single day?" So this is what she normally says. But then I taught her this reframing technique, and then she reframed her statement like this: My inbox is filled with dozens of emails from my clients, and I love responding to my clients. There can be a lot of situations in which you feel overwhelmed, and whenever you feel overwhelmed, in spite of or irrespective of whatever kind of situation that you're going through, feeling gratitude is possible provided you take a conscious decision to make gratitude as your attitude. Now, Mandala, for today's challenge is done. Go ahead, recreate, share it with me.